What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you Negroes today. A TikToker was shot and killed on camera while filming a Ding Dong Ditch video after the homeowner mistook him for a burglar. And the moment the news hit the internet, everybody has become divided. Some people said it was self-defense. Other people said the homeowner should be charged with second-degree murder. I'm gonna be honest about this whole case. I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel, and I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I think it's a race issue again. Because if you look at the suspect and the victim is white, the suspect is black. Now, I know a lot of people like to say race don't matter. I don't see color. But it tends to be untrue, because every time it's a case where it's a white guy and a black guy, everybody becomes emotional. Don't nobody want to be objective. And the truth is often lost because a lot of people have racial bias. So I'm going to throw that all out the window. I'm going to look at this case non-objective. I'm going to look at it from a neutral perspective. An 18-year-old boy. They keep calling him a kid, but let's be honest. An 18-year-old is a grown-ass man. Senior in high school, you know right from wrong. You not know how to be playing Ding Dong Ditch at 3 a.m. I'm not saying I wasn't a kid once. I'm not saying I didn't engage in mischievous behavior. Yes, I played Ding Dong Ditch before, but I had enough common sense to do that shit at 7 p.m. You know, I knock on the door, run down the street, but these dudes was doing it at 3 a.m. Do you know the type of climate we living in? Do you know how society is with gun laws? Everybody's packing. It's dangerous as hell. I won't even knock on the door at 3 a.m. to get directions. So why are you doing knocking on the door at 3 a.m. playing Ding Dong Ditch? And you already know. We keep looking at Ding Dong Ditch at the way we played. You know, we knock on the door and then we'll run down the street. Kids don't play it like that no more. It's a social media trend now. Nowadays, kids beat on the door, they kick the door, and when the homeowner open the door, they run away filming it so they can post it on TikTok. But unfortunately for this 18-year-old kid, he knocked on the wrong person's door. Because the homeowner wasn't going. And we got to put ourselves in his shoes. It's 3 a.m. You sleep. You laid out with the wifey. All of a sudden, you get awakened to beating on your door. The first thing everybody gonna think, my house is getting burglarized. Let me grab the strap and go downstairs to see what happened. And that's exactly what he did. When he opened the door, he seen 3 18-year-olds and he started spraying indiscriminately to protect his house, protect his property, and to protect his family. Can we all agree on that? Can we all agree that the 18-year-old played the role in his own demise? Let's be honest about that situation. We're not saying it's right. We're not just saying he deserved to die. But sometimes you can do things in life that play a role in your own demise, and you can be at fault for your life getting taken. Let's be honest, y'all. And for the homeowner, he's going to take the brunt of this situation, because ain't nobody really going to sympathize with him. Ain't nobody gonna show you empathy. You a 27-year-old black dude. You shot and killed a white kid playing Ding Dong Ditch, and you saying you was in fear of your life. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the race issue. Can we do that? Because I'm under the impression if the roles were reversed, a lot more people would be sympathetic to the homeowner. If the homeowner was white and it was 3 black kids playing Ding Dong Ditch, everybody would show sympathy to the homeowner. Yes, he had the right to use deadly force. Yes, he was in fear of his life. It's 3 a.m. A black kid is on his doorstep. They beating on the door. He don't know what the hell is going on. He was scared. So yes, he had the right to use deadly force. But now that the roles is reversed, we saying the homeowner didn't have the right to use deadly force. We say he should have known that his life wasn't in danger. It's 3 white kids on his doorstep. How dare he defend himself? That's what a lot of people are saying. Let's be honest about this whole situation, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to play this news clip because I'm going to tell you how people were saying when it first happened. I'm going to tell you what everybody was going with, what the story they was saying. When it first happened, everybody was rolling these news clips. Everybody was talking about it. And pay attention to the language they're using. Pay attention to the narrative they trying to throw out. Let's watch this news clip. Let's go.
Tonight, an investigation into a weekend shooting in Spotsylvania County. The entire community is debating the details of a case where 3 teenagers accused of breaking and entering a home on Mackenzie Lane were shot at. 2 of the teens were shot, one of them, a high school senior, killed. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder explains why this story is drawing so much debate.
Is this the case of a homeowner defending their property legally against potential burglars? Or is this a case of a TikTok prank gone horribly wrong? Maybe it's even a little bit of both. These are the questions prosecutors here at the Spotsylvania County Courthouse are trying to answer tonight. And at the heart of all of this mystery and all of the speculation taking place on social media, a teenager is dead. And his family tells me that their lives feel shattered. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was a senior at Massaponax High School in Spotsy. His stepfather says Michael played lacrosse, football, and he wrestled. But at about 3 a.m. Saturday, just hours before the high school prom later that night, Michael was shot and killed by a homeowner on Mackenzie Lane. The homeowner, who has not been named nor charged with any crime, says Michael and 2 other teens tried to break into their house. News 4 knocked on the door of the home, but no one answered.
Now let me stop it right here. I really feel for the 18-year-old family because it looked like he's a great kid. It seemed like he was smart. He played lacrosse. He played football. He was a senior in high school. He was getting ready to go to prom later that night. So it seemed like he was a well-off kid. So I'm pretty sure his family is stunned. They are shocked. They are broken because the last thing they expected was to lose their son to gun violence. You mean to tell me my son is out at 3 a.m. knocking on a stranger door and he gets taken out by a 27-year-old black guy that said my son was attempting to rob him? Are you serious? So you can understand how the family feel. They like, wait a minute, hold up. We did everything right. He comes from a great family. We put good principles in him. So they shocked that their kid was taken due to gun violence. They never thought in a million years. Trust me, I know how they feel. But let's continue.
Tonight, the Spotsylvania County Commonwealth's attorney is reviewing the evidence to determine if charges are appropriate or if this was a justifiable shooting. But here's where this story takes a turn. So there were 3 teens involved. Michael was shot and killed. A second teen, 17 years old, was grazed by a bullet. While that teen was in the hospital, detectives interviewed him. He said, "We weren't breaking in to try to steal anything." He told the detective they were doing ding-dong ditch pranks, recording them as videos. They were going to post them on TikTok. So that detective went and found the 3rd teen that was involved. That teen wasn't shot. He wasn't injured in any way. But that teen had the exact same alibi and even said, "Here, take my cell phone. You'll find a video that we recorded at a different house doing the same prank earlier that night." The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office has not said whether or not that alibi checks out, but of course, we'll let you know as soon as we learn more.
So now we got an issue, y'all. The homeowner is saying my house was getting burglarized. I shot him in self-defense. I was defending my property, and more importantly, I was defending my family. But the teens are saying, wait a minute, we wasn't burglarizing his house. We was playing ding-dong ditch. Yes, we was on his property. Yes, we was beating on his door, but it's just a TikTok game we was playing. We wasn't trying to harm him in any way. That may be true. I genuinely believe the teens were not trying to break in his house. I believe they were playing ding-dong ditch, but none of that matters to me. I don't care about their intent. I care about, did the homeowner have rightfully fear that his house was being burglarized and his life was in danger? Because y'all can keep saying I was playing ding dong ditch. It was just a game. How the hell did a homeowner supposed to know at 3 a.m. in the morning? Right? For all he knows, it could be a burglary. He probably got into an argument with some dudes the other day. He probably got enemies. He probably got ops. He don't know who the hell is banging on his door at 3 a.m. You get what I'm saying? You see, when you play ding dong ditch, you can knock on somebody's door, but you don't know who's on the opposite end of that door. You don't know if they're going through problems, they're going through depression, they're going through a divorce. They already on edge, they feel like giving up. You don't know. So that's why ding dong ditch is so dangerous. And that's why I hate to see these viral videos. You go on TikTok, ding dong ditch videos all over TikTok. Everybody recording, everybody laughing, everybody treating it like it's a game. But ain't too many people talking about how dangerous it is. Ain't too many people talking about you can lose your life if you knock on the wrong door. You get what I'm saying? First 48, the last knock. Come on, y'all. Let's go. All right.
Reporting in Spotsy, Drew Wilder, News 4.
So that's what everybody was saying when this story first hit the national news wave. Everybody was running with that narrative. Now everything has changed because just 5 hours ago, it has been informed that the homeowner was arrested for second-degree murder. Take a look at this news clip and how everybody's talking now. Let's go.
Tonight, an arrest for murder in Virginia after teens tell authorities an age-old childhood prank, the ding-dong ditch, turned deadly. A high school senior shot to death while doing the stunt, his friends say, for a TikTok video. Now the homeowner, Tyler Chase Butler, arrested and accused of second-degree murder. The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office.
Now y'all hear that? Kids playing ding dong ditch video. The homeowner killed one of them. He think his home being burglarized, and he's arrested for second-degree murder. Now a lot of people are outraged by it. A lot of people like, wait a minute, hold up. Ain't he standing his ground? It's 3 a.m. He don't know who's knocking on his door. He don't know why they on his property. He got a family to protect. So as a man, you already on edge. He did nothing wrong. Yes, we get an 18-year-old lost his life, but the 18-year-old played the role in his own demise, so we got to hold him accountable, and we need to be holding his friends accountable. You get what I'm saying? For example, just like me and my friends, we playing a robbery, we go do a robbery. My friend gets killed in the process by the victim, right? I'm going to get charged with murder. So a lot of people saying the kids should actually be charged with murder. The people he was playing ding dong ditch with need to be charged with his murder. That's what a lot of people are saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I'm listening. That's it. Let's continue.
Saying in a press release it was 3 a.m. Saturday morning when they got a call for a burglary in progress where shots were fired. Deputies found 2 people with gunshot wounds on the scene. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was transported to a local hospital where he died just hours before his high school prom. His stepfather telling me he was a student athlete who played lacrosse, football, and wrestled, now gone. Another teen grazed with a bullet, telling investigators, according to court records, they weren't trying to break into the home to steal anything. They were just ringing doorbells and running away. And a third teen, not shot, telling authorities the same story and showing police a similar video from earlier that night. The question is whether a resident can claim self-defense in such a case.
In Virginia, if you are going to use lethal force, you have to be in fear from the perspective of a reasonable person.
Now let me stop it right there. They say in Virginia to use deadly force, you have to actually be in fear. Now the prosecutor, the jury, when this go to trial, they're going to have to determine, did he have a right to fear for his life? 3 a.m., it's dark. Beating on your door, you open the door, you see a couple of men, you start blasting. Did he have a right to use deadly force? And if they can convince a jury that he had the right to be scared, he might get off. Because just because he's charged, that don't mean it's over with yet. Let's be honest about the whole justice system, man. Let's continue.
Of bodily harm, great bodily harm, or death.
The sheriff's office saying the butler is held on no bond at a local jail. We haven't been able to reach him or an attorney. The investigation is still ongoing and may uncover if it really was a ding-dong ditch that led to shots ringing through this neighborhood and a young life lost. Drew Wilder, NBC Washington.
Very sad story. Very unfortunately. I hate to see a young man lose his life over something so petty, but that's why you gotta watch what you do. That's all I'm saying. So RIP to Michael Bosworth. I want to send his family my condolences, but I gotta keep it real as well. He played a role in his own demise. 18 years old, you know better. You ain't too much younger than me, and I know better. You get what I'm saying? And for the guy, Tyler Butler, whatever his name is, that was arrested, I think you got a good chance to beat this. Don't go hire a public defender. You need to hire a real lawyer, man. Somebody that's gonna fight for you. Because I don't think you should be charged with second-degree murder. I really don't. I'm not saying you can't be charged with nothing, but I think second-degree murder is a little too steep. It's just my opinion, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to read this news article, and it's going to give a lot more information about this case, and we're going to break it down some more. Because what they say in this article is pretty shocking. Let's go. Boom! This is what the article say. Teen shot and killed by homeowner while filming Ding Dong Ditch TikTok prank at 3 a.m. Let's continue. A homeowner is behind bars and a teen is dead after a prank mistaken for a break-in resulted in shots fired at 3 a.m. in Spotsylvania County, Virginia on May 3rd. The tragedy unfolded on the property of Tyler Chase Butler, 27, who is now facing charges of second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Now, y'all heard what the news clip said. He has been arrested. He has been denied bond. He has no bond. So for a case that can be 50-50, some people agree with him being arrested, other people agree with him defending his property. And they gave him no bond. Pay attention, y'all. Let's continue. The victim is Michael Bosworth Jr., 18, a wrestler, lacrosse, and football player in his senior year at Massaponax High School, who was reportedly out playing what he and his friends thought were harmless pranks for social media. Butler thought they were trying to break in at his house when he encountered the teens in his yard. Police reported receiving a call of burglary in progress and shots fired. According to the police report, the caller said 3 people had tried to kick down a door, per court records. So yeah, I agree with him. I told y'all, ding dong ditch is different. You ain't just ringing the doorbell and run away. You beating on the door, you kicking it, you hitting it, and when somebody open the door, you pranking, you running, you filming it, prank, you getting their reaction. That's what people is doing nowadays. So I believe Butler is telling the truth. I believe the homeowner is telling the truth that they were trying to kick down his door, and he didn't know it was being a prank. That's why you don't prank nobody at 3 a.m. That's dangerous. But the teens insist there was no burglary attempt. After police arrived, the 2 surviving boys explained that they were filming ding-dong ditch prank videos in the neighborhood, sharing footage from an earlier prank. After learning more about the TikTok ding-dong ditch challenge, where one rings a doorbell, knocks on the door, and then runs away, and obtaining a search warrant for the teen's phone for more video footage, officers returned on May 6 and arrested Butler per a release from the Spotsylvania Sheriff's Office. According to the surviving teens, they were running away from the house to hide when Butler opened fire. Bosworth was shot in the torso, according to the police report, and died later at a nearby hospital. Now that's going to be very important. They said when Butler, the homeowner, opened the door, they was fleeing. So a lot of people going to home him in, and did he shoot him in the back? Was they already no threat because they was running away? Or did he shoot him facing them? That's going to be very interesting, man. That's going to be very interesting. Let's continue reading. His high school prom was scheduled for that night. You were the best boyfriend, person, brother, son, and friend that anyone could ask for, said his girlfriend, Melinda Garcia, in an Instagram post shared with the Post. In it, she was wearing the pink bow tie he had planned to wear to the dance. I'm so glad I got to share my life with you and learn to love you and cheer you on through everything because you're one of a kind, she concluded her message. A second teen was also shot and wounded but was treated and released. The third high schooler was unharmed in the incident. Butler is being held in the Rapper Hancock Regional Jail on no bond. Dang, that's crazy, man. It's going to be another interesting story, man. And I want people, when you look at this story, when you read into it, take race out of it. Be objective. Take the emotions out of it. All you got is 3 18-year-old seniors, ding-dong ditching, beating down somebody's door at 3 a.m. The homeowner is alerted. He's scared. He's opened the door. What would you do in that process? That's all I want to know. I don't want to hear about race. I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to hear about that. Let's just look at the facts of the case, man. That's all I want y'all to do. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts about this whole situation. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you think it's right that the homeowner was arrested and denied bond? Or do you think he should be let go on self-defense claim? Let me know in the comment section. Share this video. I love you guys. Peace.